Presence of the Corporate Vice President, Cloud and Enterprise Marketing Group at Microsoft, Mr. Takeshi Nomoto. We have his presence with us this morning. He's responsible for marketing the company's infrastructure software, cloud platform, and business solutions that help the IT professionals, developers, as well as business leaders deliver and realize a dynamic computing environment to run their businesses. Now, prior to leading the cloud and enterprise marketing, Mr. Nomoto has also worked in the Microsoft Office division, where he spearheaded the Microsoft Office as well as the Office 365 product management group for the Microsoft Office productivity suites, which include desktop applications such as Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, as well as Outlook and Microsoft Office for Mac. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a fulfilling day ahead for all of us. So firstly, please put your hands together to welcome our first speaker, Mr. Takeshi Nomoto.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be here. I represent Microsoft's Cloud and Enterprise division, as I was introduced. So I get to work on products like public cloud service like Azure, as well as a lot of the infrastructure and application platform products that I hope you're already familiar with, like Windows Server, SQL Server, System Center, and whatnot. And as we move forward, though, particularly in customers transforming their business through power of digital technologies, one of the key areas of growth that we see is around IoT. So I thought I'll take this opportunity to spend about 30 minutes sharing with you our strategy and some of the wonderful cases that we see our customers innovate their business using some of our technologies. So when you think about the never-ending pressure that we have in driving all of our business, Microsoft, I myself experienced this because we're in a budgeting cycle for our next fiscal year. And there's ongoing and very relentless pressure that we all get in terms of how do you reduce your costs and also drive your efficiency. How do you get more out of the things you have to drive more revenue and profitability? And beyond those linear progress, there's also a desire that every one of our customers have, and we all have, to think about how we can get into new business models and transform our business. And we're increasingly seeing IoT play a key role here, because one of the things it really enables customers to do is to gain new levels of insights beyond sort of basically looking at the transactions, beyond looking at customer surveys. They are able to use IoT and quote-unquote things as ways to get key insights both into their own operations, but also into customer behavior and things that are implicit in what you can observe versus what somebody tells you. And this, of course, if leveraged well, can lead to a big competitive advantage relative to the peers that you compete with because of these new insights and the real-time feedback you can get to drive new business opportunities and redefine customer experience. In terms of our approach to IoT, as we talk about it, there's often this misperception sometimes in talking to customers where IoT often focuses on maybe I should rip and replace my infrastructure or get a new whole slew of devices. In our approach, we don't believe that's right. We believe that the key thing, perhaps the most important thing in IoT, may not even be the device itself, but it's all about the data that it can get you and the new insights you can derive and use to drive your business. So a big focus that we have in our approach to delivering IoT solutions for our customers is to provide connectivity and abilities to leverage what you already have. Connect the assets you already have and get untapped data from it, get untapped insights from it. Of course, we'll support deployment of new devices and new technologies too, but so much of the power that we see our customers leverage in IoT scenarios is leveraging what you already have. And another key part of this, in terms of continuing to rally your internal support within your organization to drive the IoT initiatives so that the IoT initiatives don't end up like a FUD, is to actually enable fast and rapid time to market and deployment so you can start seeing its business impact quickly. And we're very focused on reducing the time to market of the IoT solutions that you can deploy in your own businesses. In terms of how we can see customers get quickly started with one of our offerings around IoT, we call this Azure IoT Suite. Our key focus is to make it super simple for you to be able to connect your existing devices no matter what they are. It could be Windows devices, it could be Android devices, it could even be very low-level devices that may not even have a full operating system that you collect data with network gateways, for example. And we have support, of course, for Windows, but also an open source agent that you can deploy to a plethora of devices, as well as an open source network gateway that you can deploy to your network devices, so you can connect lots of data and send them into our cloud, Azure, for connectivity. And then once you have that data and devices connected into our cloud, then you can apply a rich set of data capabilities that we offer, whether it be ingestion of data through stream analytics, so you can kind of take a look at what kind of data is coming in the last minute or last 30 minutes or an hour, maybe even validating the data as it comes in from the devices into the cloud. And then you store it and persist it in large data lakes that can store literally infinite amount of data that then you can use to apply advanced analytics like machine learning into to drive new insights. And of course, insights are helpful, but it's only helpful if you can connect those insights or flags that you identify in your systems to your own operations. So we invest heavily in capabilities in our Azure IoT suite, not just in connectivity, not just in data analytics, but also in making it super easy for you to connect those insights and alerts into the existing line of business systems you already have, whether it be a Microsoft system or third-party systems, whether it be SAP system or Oracle system. We make sure that we can interoperate so that the insights you're getting from your IoT devices and the analytics that we drive in the cloud can be fed in to your core line of business systems. That is our approach with Azure IoT suite. And as I said before, a key focus that we have is to help you leverage what you already have and accelerate your time to market and your time to business impact. And so what you see on the left-hand side of your screen is literally one of the first screens you get if you do a trial of an Azure IoT suite. We can literally help you set up a proof of concept environment for your IoT project in minutes. It comes in fully baked in with a dashboard you can start using. It even comes with simulated devices, so you can get a sense of what if you had these devices connected to the cloud, sending various signals and giving you alerts. And all the services required from a connectivity services standpoint, all the way to the way you store that data, all the way to the way you use the data to set rules, are all pre-wired, so that all you have to do is to start with this kind of a templated POC environment and then go much deeper to customize into a solution where you might end up with a solution like what you see on the right-hand side, where the solution is now fully customized to meet your business requirements. And I'll give you a quick sense of how that really transforms, how it gets done in a real customer case. So Johnson Controls is one of the partners that's been working with us for quite a while to take really deep advantage of the capabilities we offer. Of course, Johnson Controls, is a leader in their space with a deep history of innovation. They literally have thousands of chillers and over 40,000 building systems that they've connected to Azure. And they're sending in about 14 million signals into Azure every day. And all the signals that they've wired up into Azure IoT Suite is now processed to the data analytics capability to give you a great dashboard and, again, connectivity to the line of business systems that can then drive improved operation and effectiveness their operation. So the analytics really enable them to be much more proactive in engaging with their customers and delivering a great experience. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is an application Johnson Controls have built for their own operations. And if I were to log into their system, I'll look at a dashboard like this. So here you can see the 40,000 building subsystems all sending $14 million points of data every day, being surfaced in a very easy to see dashboard where alerts are flagged quickly. So you can see on the map that you see an alert being triggered in their Seattle facilities. There's one more in New Orleans that you can see on the left bottom table. But in this case, I'll just double click into the Seattle to see what's going on. So then if I drill into Seattle, I immediately see the actual site diagram and can drill in further into what's going on that site. Here, you can see that one of the triggers around HVAC system that they have on this site is triggering alert. So I will drill in further to see what's going on with that HVAC system. You go further, drill down into their more detail of the building subsystem, and you see what's going on in that HVAC subsystem in terms of what the telemetry they're getting for that particular device is and what that means. And the thing I'll call to your attention in this dashboard is the panel in the middle bottom. It's the notion of how you can bake in things like predictive maintenance notions right into your dashboard. So the reason this trigger was flagged and you're seeing this alert isn't that this HVAC has failed. It's a trigger for preventive maintenance. The HVAC system hasn't failed yet, but the system is smart enough to continuously collecting the data. And because of the advanced analytics capability Johnson Controls has already used, based on their historical data, to be able to predict future failures, it's triggering an alert that says this HVAC system is about to fail, and that's what triggering an alert. It's not a reactive alert, it's a proactive alert. And if you drill down there, you can kind of see, based on the telemetry it's been receiving and the modeling that's already been done against these kind of systems, you basically have 30 days into your next scheduled maintenance, but the life expectancy for one of these particular parts is expected to fail in the next 10 days. So then you can get ahead of that curve, and instead of waiting for the failure to occur before your scheduled maintenance, you can send service technicians in ahead of time, one, to give customer a much better experience, but frankly also to save in the maintenance cost of that. And you can essentially see how that integrates into their line of business systems to schedule these maintenance tasks right into that checklist that you see in that middle panel. So I hope this gives you a quick sense of how IoT devices that's already out in the wild can be connected to provide deep set of data that can drive really fantastic analytics that have immediate business impact both for Johnson Controls and their customers. With that, I'll just run a quick demo, the video of the actual customer case study.
When a building has a conscience, when the system advanced heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems and controls. Buildings account for 47% of global energy consumption, and our passion is to create systems that redefine energy efficiency, conserving precious resources, and reducing costs. We partnered with Microsoft using Azure IoT Suite to build a solution that connects data streams from sensors on critical building systems to the cloud, allowing unprecedented insights into operations. Now, we can connect tens of thousands of devices and systems in a single building, including some of the most essential equipment, like chillers that provide cooling for people and machines. We monitor chillers remotely, using predictive diagnostics to spot and respond to issues before they become problems, increasing reliability and equipment life, and getting malfunctioning chillers back online faster than before. By combining operational data and historical records, we have enabled predictive maintenance and vastly improved operational efficiency. Today, Johnson Controls collects millions of records every day, and the Microsoft Cloud offers the scale, security, reliability, and performance we need. Our partnership with Microsoft helps us improve living conditions for people all over the world and preserve the planet for generations to come.
So I hope that gives you a great sense of the kind of opportunities we had the privilege to have with Johnson Controls and how they're using our technologies and working with us to deliver innovative solutions to their customers. Now, I know IoT is a very hot topic with many vendors talking about it. And so I thought I'll spend a few minutes just talking about how you might want to think about evaluating the vendors for you to partner with and how they assess, how you might want to assess their capabilities. as you think about partners you want to talk about for IoT, one of the key questions to ask is, do they really have a comprehensive IoT offering? What I mean by that is IoT really truly does test the breadth and capabilities of a technology vendor. Because you not only need, IoT is not just about endpoint devices, nor is it about connectivity solutions, or nor is it about just a data technology, but you need all of that. You need to be able to have great support for a broad set of devices, great set of capabilities to be able to send data in smart ways, managing bandwidth, managing data connectivity issues, and then to also add great data capabilities, whether it be in core stream analytics type capabilities, or big data analysis, or advanced analytics like machine learning. And you also need to be able to build apps on top of it. So the vendor has to be able to provide a comprehensive development environment to be able to build applications that takes advantage of all this to then essentially integrate it into your line of business solutions. So that's one of the first questions. And if you ask that, I think a lot of the vendors that are talking about IoT, I think fall out of that picture. And with Microsoft, from our investments in devices, from our rich set of infrastructure capabilities in the cloud, to data capabilities like SQL and machine learning, and development tools like Visual Studio, we believe we are very uniquely positioned to serve a comprehensive set of needs that you have to be successful in your IoT project. The second question you might want to ask is, do they have the necessary experience? All the great technology in the world doesn't mean anything if it's not backed up by a track record of actual deployment with customers and all the sort of the field and battle-tested learnings that you go through in that experience. And I think a few vendor names fall out if you ask that question. The third question that I think is really important to ask is also, can they scale? It's one thing to have a POC running with 10 devices, 1,000 devices, maybe even 10,000 devices. But it's another matter to think about a solution vendor that can really scale and give you the capability to support millions of devices around the world, having a global footprint that you can deploy your IoT solutions anywhere in the world in a consistent way. And that's another test I think you should sort of issue to the vendors you talk to. And when you do that, I think a couple others fall out of that too. And the fourth one is, are they open? And I'm not talking just about open source, although Microsoft does support a wide range of open source technologies. But it's also about, does the solution work with the rest of the line of business systems that you want to use? Because again, all this collection of data from IoT in deriving insights and rich visual data visualization is one thing, but it's only useful when you can integrate it into your own business operations. So some of the solutions that are offered in the marketplace really assume that you're using their line of business solution for the IoT solutions to be successful. And we know most of you have very heterogeneous environments. So you want to be able to have an IoT solution that you can then integrate into whatever line of business and operations solutions you're already using, so that that insights and alerts and flags can then be ingested and feed a more optimized operation using what you already have. And when you ask that, some of the other names fall out. And perhaps most importantly, by having a comprehensive set of capabilities with the, sort of a track record of delivering success for the customer and being able to scale around the world and basically supporting a wide swath of technologies, the goal is to have a really rapid impact to the business by being able to deliver that solution quickly. And we believe that we were uniquely positioned, given the work we're doing with so many partners, to be able to help you do that in a really accelerated way. And throughout the event today, people from Microsoft and our partners are here to show you the kind of rapid business impact our collective solutions can give you in delivering IoT to your business. Now, throughout the event, you will see just a numerous set of customer examples and showcases. And these are some of the names that's on the slide, but you'll see them in the booth. You'll hear them in the fireside chat and the panels that will happen later today. And you will also notice that we do this through really deep collaboration with many partners that have that vertical expertise or industry domain or particular workflow expertise to be able to deliver IoT in ways that are meaningful for your business. And again, they're all here, able to talk to you and show you their solutions through the opportunities that we have in this event. So in wrapping up, I think the key thing I wanted to communicate in this very short session is that Internet of Things isn't a marketing hype. It does not require you to rip and replace your entire infrastructure. You can really start easily connecting things that you already have and really focusing on the data and using that data to drive your new business processes. And Microsoft has the breadth of its own technology capabilities and broad ecosystem partners that we work with that lets our breadth of solutions from device to connectivity to data to business operations sort of accrue to you. And we look forward to working with you to deliver IoT in your specific business, working with our partners, and we look forward to having the dialogue throughout this event. Thank you very much.